When people think about animated movies, they usually think of kid-friendly characters, storylines, and themes. Well, 2016's Sausage Party definitely disproved that theory, but it turns out you don't have to look that far to find some rather adult themes and messages hidden in some of your favorite animated kids movies. Enjoy this video and make sure you take a second to let us know which one of these adult messages was your favorite. Before you take off, don't forget to subscribe to Screen Rant for more fun videos just like this one.
It would give me great pleasure.
Now before we get started, can you name this movie just by looking at this set of emojis? Hang on to your answer until the end of the video. Beauty and the Beast. Although the 2017 live-action adaptation of Beauty and the Beast is a massive hit, the original animated film might still be an even more celebrated film, as it is still considered one of the best Disney movies ever made. The movie does a great job of teaching kids and adults alike that it doesn't matter what you look like, what really counts is what's in your heart. That being said, if we're talking about adult messages in Beauty and the Beast, we have to mention that the movie does sort of promote Stockholm Syndrome and abusive relationships.
Well, you should learn to control your temper.
But kids were probably too busy watching The Dancing Candlestick to notice that stuff.
Let me guess, we have no pants on.
Hey, look, she came to school with no pants on.
Called it!
Inside Out. If you're going to make an animated kids movie that takes a deep and intriguing look at children's emotions, there's a good chance that your film will have some adult messages in there as well. That's exactly what happened with 2015's Academy Award-winning film Inside Out, as it truly presented a story relevant to people of all ages. The idea of personifying a young girl's emotions was brilliant, and the movie did an excellent job of making complex themes like sadness, fear, and childhood accessible to folks of all ages. While most kids probably remember the film mainly for the fun colors and expert voice acting performances, we can guarantee the parents in the audience remember Inside Out for being a very compelling look at a kid going through some rough times. No matter how old you are, this one is a must-see.
Hey!
Finding Nemo. Finding Nemo definitely presents some pretty mature themes when you stop and think about the fact that the movie actually starts with Coral, the clownfish, being murdered by a shark while trying to protect her unborn children. The movie brings audiences tons of fun and colorful characters, but we're sure that parents in the audiences were still left rather disturbed by the opening sequence that set the whole movie in motion. Because the movie is told with adorable little aquatic creatures, it's a kid's story. But if the same story was presented with real-life actors, we're guessing that this story about a father trying to find his lost son would be a much more adult motion picture.
Check this out!
Oh, for goodness sake. She has no need for a fox taser, Stu.
Oh, come on, when is there not a need for a fox taser?
Zootopia. With enormous box office success and tons of awards on the shelf, it's safe to say that 2016 Zootopia is one of Disney's best movies in recent years. Zootopia built a very cool animal world while also succeeding in presenting ideas that stereotyping is wrong.
Well, that is high praise.
All in a fun way that kids can understand. By labeling animals as either predator or prey, this film touches on sensitive topics such as racial profiling, biological differences, and systemic racism that is still prevalent in today's world. At this point, we're not even sure if Zootopia should really be classified as a kids movie, as the adult messages drive most of the film. If you watched this movie and thought it was just a fun story about a fox and a bunny on an adventure, you clearly weren't paying much attention.
Oh, look, bananas! I can't believe you fell for that one.
Tarzan. Disney's 1999 animated Tarzan movie was a serious hit, and was a huge success both critically and at the box office. On top of being a very fun movie with an exciting story of adventure, Tarzan also came with some rather mature messages about adoption and family. Much of the movie is centered on Tarzan being adopted into and accepted by the gorilla family after his parents pass away, and the movie has since become a staple of the adoption community. Interestingly, Phil Collins' song Two Worlds, One Family from the movie has also become somewhat of the anthem for adoptive families around the world.
No, please.
Frozen. Without a doubt, 2013's Frozen is one of Disney's most beloved and widely successful movies in recent memory. However, just because the movie is lots of fun and has some catchy tunes, doesn't mean it doesn't also present some pretty adult messages and themes. For starters, there's the fact that Elsa is dealing with agoraphobia, which is not the type of thing you would usually see in a kids movie. This unique issue allowed children and adults alike to take a moment and reflect on what may cause someone to become afraid of the outdoors and what types of challenges that would present. On top of that, Disney also dipped into some of their favorite themes by presenting a story full of betrayal and dead parents. But that's nothing we haven't seen before.
You think that Shrek is your true love?
Well, yes.
Shrek. Not only is Shrek a hilarious movie jam-packed with jokes and references for fans of all ages to enjoy, it also does a pretty great job of tackling some rather adult themes. The movie, which is a rather obvious knock on the classic Disney fairy tales, presents a pretty compelling story about acceptance and inner beauty. Hidden somewhere between all the Farquaad penis jokes, you can find some rather mature messages about what it means to be beautiful, loved, and accepted. When it's revealed that Fiona is an ogre as well, the moral of the story becomes clear.
You know, Donkey, sometimes things are more than they appear.
Now, just because the movie comes with this profound message, doesn't mean it isn't still one of the most hilarious and ridiculous animated flicks around. And if anything, this added layer makes Shrek even better. Shrek is like an onion, lots of layers, and if you aren't careful, it could even make you cry.
Have we ever met?
I would have remembered.
Toy Story 3. At this point, we aren't even sure if the Toy Story movies can still be classified as kids' animated movies, as the films have continued to give us some very dirty jokes and rather adult themes and messages over the years.
Ah, that's better.
Hey, no one takes my wife's mouth, except me.
The third installment in the franchise is widely accepted as the best, and that's probably due to the fact that the movie did such a spectacular job of tackling the issue of growing up and leaving your childhood behind. We challenge anyone in their late teens or early 20s to watch those scenes where Andy is giving up his toys and childhood and not catch a serious case of the feels. Not to mention the whole traumatizing scene where all of the characters we know and love are inches away from a fiery death. The Boss Baby. Did you know that Disney isn't the only company that makes awesome and well thought out animated kids movies? DreamWorks' 2017 flick The Boss Baby is a lot of fun, and has performed pretty well so far at the box office too. The film is a comedy about a young boy and his difficult relationship with his new baby brother. A baby brother who dresses in a suit, acts very strangely, and has somewhat maniacal plans to take over the world. It seemed like a harmless kids movie, but after the film was released, fans started comparing the baby character to the current US President Donald Trump. Many jokes have been made about how the baby's actions and demeanor seem to be a clear jab at Trump, and the fact that the character is actually voiced by famous Trump impersonator Alec Baldwin only helps to drive this theory. The Incredibles. Making superhero movies cool way before superhero movies were cool, 2004's The Incredibles is a must-see for fans of all ages. The movie tells a great story, and we already know it's jam-packed with adult jokes and references, like that famous moment when Elastigirl brags about her flexibility. There's another lesser-known adult moment that fans may have missed though, and it comes when Syndrome captures the entire family. The villain looks over to the two super kids and comments on the fact that their superhero parents got down and dirty, or in his own words, got busy! This probably isn't the best way to have your kids learn about the birds and the bees, but it definitely resulted in a fun moment for older fans in the audience. And with that last incredible entry, we have made it to the end of our list. What was your favorite adult message on the list? What do you think was the best movie on our list? Let us know your thoughts in the comments section down below, and don't forget to subscribe to Screen Rant for more stuff every day of the week. Thanks for watching.